Welcome to Victic Journey, Mohini Didi, the living light, stories of spirituality that inspire and illuminate. So, would like to invite our dear angel sister, Sister Wadi. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Bhumi Ben. Lovely to be with you all. How inspiring to hear that young man and his clarity, his determination, his wisdom and his generosity. Trikaldarshi, Trinatri, we seem to have them all. And I wonder what Sister Mohini foresees for this generation. You know, will it be when he and the other ones who've shared in the last couple of days, when they become mature, will they look back on this experience of Avyakti Parivar in the same way that we look back on our Madhavan experiences? And are these the souls that are going to take the ball over the line, so to speak, do the last part? All very fascinating. So hello, Deb. Bye. Nice to
Shanti,
see
Sister
you
Vadi.
again.
Same here. I can't stop smiling here to their responses and the voice they speak with. It's really perfect for constant happiness.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah. So you have a story for us tonight. Somebody else at the beginning of their journey, although they were mature in terms of bodily age, at the beginning of their spiritual journey. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. So here's the story. I remember the first time I met Mohini Didi. It was the first day we walked into Baba's center in Queens, New York. We didn't know anything about the Brahma Kumaris and didn't even know we had walked into the Brahma Kumari center. We saw Mohini Didi giving class while sitting on the gadi, and we were sitting on the floor. After her class, she came and sat with us on the floor. I was surprised that she joined us on the floor. What I remember in that moment was Mohini Didi's humility, purity, and how she welcomed us. We felt very close from that first moment. Throughout our 36 years with Baba, Mohini Didi has sustained us, brought us closer to Baba, and showed us what the true meaning of trust and faith is. Recently, I had major surgery and am now recovering at home. The weeks leading to the surgery, I started to get a little worried and was experiencing some fear. The day before my surgery, Mohini Didi overbog, and the message that she shared was, "You are in the gathering and the family, but you are alone. With one step of courage, Baba is giving you the tilak of victory." That was the message. On the day of my surgery, I felt very light and easy. As I waited for the surgery to begin, I kept the book message with me. I had no fear, no worry, and all I could feel was Baba's protection, the Brahmin family's blessings, and trust in the drama. It has been 12 days since my surgery, and I have continued to experience the tilak of victory throughout my journey of recovering from the surgery. It is with Baba's blessings and Mohini Didi's inspiration that I haven't missed a single Amrit Vela, Murli, or Avyakti Parivar, even while recovering. This is truly Baba's magic and blessings.
You know, one thing when I meet the sister again, I want to ask her, where did she think she had come if she didn't know that she'd come to the Brahma Kumaris? did she feel that she was somewhere else? That would be a question for her. Yes. So, dear Sister Mohini, welcome. Nice to see you again.
Om
Yeah.
Shanti.
This thing of original meetings, you know, you had mentioned earlier this week, maybe it was last night or the night before, you know, how when you first met Baba, and I hadn't known actually that you had met him, not in Madhuban, but in Delhi, and that you recognized him. And what was more surprising was that he recognized you. And so I'm curious about this dynamic because we have seen it happen in the Brahmin family, where there is a feeling with some souls that you know them already, or that it's not a new relationship. Can you maybe speak to that kind of dynamic? I don't know if you recall this story in particular that Dev Bhai just shared, and you've had this relationship with this instrument for the past, as she says, and her family for 36 years. And what I'm wanting to know is, what is the significance of these first meetings and these first impressions? I know I'm talking a lot, but also when you tell your story, then Baba and Mama, that's a given and that's understandable. But Didi played a big role in your life too. And so what do you feel in terms of, say, going forward or another birth or golden age? You know, someone mentioned it. I heard a teacher say a couple of weeks ago that we'll be with the people who are in our class in the golden age. I'm not so sure about that. And so I would be curious about this initial meeting, these initial dramatic influences, not necessarily the person who gave you the course, who gave us the course, but someone else. Can you tell me what are the secrets in there about connectivity and relationship?
Om Shanti. First of all, I just want to say that, these children who had been, they are the children of BK parents. And so, they grew with that lifestyle, they grew with that kind of food, and then listen to Murli. The first one reads Murli every day. And then when she has to read to others, she reads like Dadi Janki, and she looks like little Dadi Janki too. So it's not that what they are taught, but they themselves, like, she studies Murli, she writes Murli. One time we saw her writing and we said, do you write whole Murli? She said, yes. So they are like Jnani children. And so they bring the sanskars from the past. So they understand knowledge, they have trust in Baba, faith in Baba. So it's not that we are telling them to speak, that say this or give this answer, but it's their own original understanding of knowledge, applying knowledge. Not only that, but dharana and listening to Murli, love for Murli. Like yesterday, Adi child, his name is Adi, he listens Murli every day. So makes notes, and very, very good way to explain knowledge even to others. Same today, this young one was sharing his life experiences because many questions were not asked, but he told them to share your experience. So we thought he will share 2 stories, but he kept sharing third one, fourth one. So, during Christmas time, we thought, children had been attending class for almost 1 year. If they were not attending something or experiencing, they won't attend, right? But they are very regular and, they do a lot of activities, and So I just want to acknowledge that these souls have their part. And then it's out of love for children that these classes were started, so that, they can also benefit, and it's good for them not to be concerned or worried being at home, not going to school. And, they get all the news also. So keep them also free from all those concerns. Yes, I have shared before too that when I went to meet Baba in Madhuban, so they asked us to go take shower, get ready and come. And then Baba and Mama, they both will come in the history hall. And they have very thin cushions. They sit on those two cushions. And then we also sit on the floor. And we share drishti, and of course, a lot of love from them. And then Baba will speak to us. So I think it's just like we don't have this whole thing of position, that I am teacher, so I should be sitting on higher platform, or I should be sitting on gadi. What you're trying to do is to just, I know this couple when I heard the story because of the surgery. So it must be when they came, I sat on the floor and started talking to them. But also, I must say that for 37 years, they have followed Baba Shrimat and how to take care of their children. They had two young ones, and one is doctor, other one is also very brilliant. And they gave them sustenance, but a lot of freedom. Whatever they want to do, they can do it. But at this time during surgery, the daughter and the son, and of course, daughter-in-law, she's also doctor, they all came at the home to take care of her, this sister who had surgery. And amazingly, whole family was together. And now because she cannot cook, they are cooking for her, they're taking care of her. And then she, for 20, how many years, she came from far away. They are in Connecticut, to New York Sunday morning to make bhog. She will never, never miss bhog. Even before surgery, she said, I can still stand. So make me bhog last time before going for surgery, because then she won't be able to stand. That means so much bhavna. So when you're talking about recognition, I think that there is a kind of internal feeling for such souls. And you give them that sustenance, but also they stay very close because they want to live the life completely based on Srimad. So they will take direction, they will, really properly. I think it's a very, very good example of them, that their children, even, they are not, they are in Gyan, daughter definitely is fully, but lot of respect for each other, lot of love for, because sometimes we force children or give them a lot of Gyan, then they don't really come close. But if you allow them to live their life, I think, so same was like Brahma Baba told his children, tell what you want. And he let them choose the life, right? So I think that this recognition between soul and soul and soul and Baba, I think it's definitely, we call it eternal relationship in the whole Kalpa, right? Relationship at confluence age. And Dadi Janki always tells them, oh, because you got sustenance from Sister Mohini, you're pakka. Because I feel if we are clean in heart, we follow Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba both, and very honest, I think that then the directions, or when we sit and talk together, they are inspired to do it in a very clean way. So I think that, yeah, they are a good example also. So it's a worth to sit on the floor and talk to them, because that the feeling comes, no?
Yeah.
I also feel that if you do not always feel that I am the teacher, I am the instrument, just be, you meet people, and if they can sit on floor, why can't I sit on floor,
Yeah. Yeah.
That natural feeling is there.
Yeah.
So I think it comes from our genuine, honest heart and love for Baba,
Yeah.
and also then recognition of those souls also come.
Yeah. And so then where the sister was sharing when she was going through surgery and everything, maybe others may not feel that they have the ability to request that from you. Or even when it comes to, someone was asking me just this evening to ask you about when it comes to decisions that they have to make in a logic sense, perhaps, or for you, what are the things you keep in mind when you have to make decisions? I think you kind of answered it in your, this aspect of being Trakhaldarshi, that then when you're like that, others will want to come to you for advice and everything. But what is it that souls can do for themselves, even whilst having, complete bhavna? How do they proceed?
Yeah. Power to discern is always think about what would Baba say, not what I want. This is what Baba would say me to do. And based on that, whether it's deciding about service or money or with children, what would Baba say? And also, of course, we have Brahma Baba example in front of us. So I always look at Brahma Baba, how he did it, what he did. And when I suggest something, the Shrimat is Baba's, but we can suggest something, then it's based on Shrimat. And I think if we do it, there will always be, you will feel that was the right one. So, when we have subtle desires, sometimes we kind of just do it. But if you say that, actually, I find our safety and success is when we decide based on Shrimat of Baba. And of course, in remembrance of Baba, you will get the right thoughts also.
Do you find it's the same if you're making a decision for yourself, or you're making a decision for somebody who's come and asked for your advice? Is it easier to make decisions for others? Because we've all, many of us know that experience of when you've made a decision, the clarity which maybe we couldn't have had for ourselves, but it's very clear when you tell us you need to do this, you need to do that. Is it as easy to make decisions for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I sit with Baba, and then whatever, let's say I'm not ready for something, I express it to Baba, and if I feel that strength comes, then I immediately do it. But yeah, I'm very, very clear. It's only when Baba gives me indication, direction, then I will do it. Sometimes they are major ones, but I sit with Baba and deeply feel what would Baba want me to do. Because if I do what Baba wants, power will be there and it will be okay. But if I just deciding, then I don't know how many obstacles can come. So I always believe that I have to do what Baba wants me to do. And then the power will come and I will be able to do. Because he gives you power also, no?
Yeah, you once said that when it comes to making decisions, like say, for instance, you're going to look at a house or something, then try and remember that, this is what I did 5,000 years ago. Do you have a direct, can you share a story or something where that happened for you? Where you had...
Yeah, many, many times, let's say for Peace Village,
Wow.
We went to get the place was quite big, but it was very beautiful because the mountains and we felt like it's a seclusive, it's not anything near. So it was an auction, and auction, some souls went in for auction. I said, I won't go. So I was sitting in the van, and then I was hearing all this. But anyway, we lost because someone
Yeah.
offered 100,000 more. So I said, but that's okay. I believe that if it's Baba's place, you will get it. If it's not, forget about it. So then after 3 months, the owner called and said that their contract fell through if you all want. And we asked him to reduce another 100,000, and we got the place. But sitting there in that van, I was a bit tired because we left early morning New York. And so I just had this whole glimpse. This is Mini Madhuban. This is the place Baba wants. That was my thought. So even if it was lost, I won't, not even for a minute I was concerned. In a way, I was light. I said, oh, it was big anyway. It's all right. That feeling comes for every place, many, many places. I can say recently we had Edison. I saw the house and I said, that's it. That's what we want. Same is Cinnamonson. And, wherever we go, when I look at the place, I just feel it. I said, but I am very detached because I feel if it's Baba's, Baba will get. If it is not, that's fine too. This whole feeling is that if it's Baba's, no one will be able to take it. It will come to us. And that's what had been happening. But one time in Toronto, they were buying something like was very big and all that. So I didn't want to say no to them. So let them decide for it, no? So then I told them, go on the stage and stand and feel, did you ever give talk there? Go in the kitchen and see, did you cook in this kitchen? And next day they themselves said, oh, I don't think we will take that place. So sometimes to help them also to decide based on their feelings. So tomorrow they don't say, oh, I really liked it.
Yes.
But then because Sister Mohini said not to take, so they should feel that, they loved it, they got it, or it was not Baba's. So, but this thought should be there. If you
Yeah.
like it, and then be detached and see if it's Baba's, you will get it. If it is not, you will get something else, no?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This question doesn't have anything to do with the story, but when I was taking Drishti this evening from Aviyak Bapdada, I just wondered if you and Daddy Gulzar ever discussed your experiences in the subtle region or your experiences of trance.
We didn't amongst ourselves, but one time in Delhi, Jagdish Bhai arranged a program. I don't know why it was, but it was a big hall, and we both had to go in trance, and we both had to come and share the message. And generally, you must have seen messages are different.
Yes.
So generally, what happens that when you go in subtle region, what catches your attention, what you really want to receive is different from each soul. But what was similar is that when we go in the trance, the experience of going in trance, being in front of Baba and then coming back, that is common experience. But message is different.
Mm-hmm.
But when Avek Bab Dada has to come in Dadi Gulzar, I sit in front, I really sit properly. I get few points, some drops, yeah. And when Baba comes, he is exactly talking about that. And it really needs very deep concentration and total focus and be very angelic or, pure, subtle. You can take, because it's coming from God, right? So one can be the channel to receive it. So I used to like that very much.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I would have thought that, you know, again, because you were close and, you know, you were both in Delhi, that, but maybe your role wasn't so fully emerged at that time as a trans messenger. Did it mature with time, or right from day one you were going into trance offering Vogue?
Yeah, we both really shared a lot of experiences, not necessarily subtle region, but our thinking, you know, the way we will think of admin, way we will decide was very, very close. And lot of trust, you know, like Dadi Gulzar will ask me, there was so much trust. I still, when I think of that, she will call me so often, what do you think? And then I say no, because she had lot of subtle, you know, like directions, but I knew a lot about physical world in a way. So she will always ask me, and of course, being spiritual, but also in the physical world, knowing a lot more. So we both will match it and then decide on certain things. Used to be very interesting.
Yeah, maybe you'll emerge some of those stories and share them with us.
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Vodiben.
See you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Dev Bhai, what's your takeaway? Oh, we finished. He usually gives a point or two of what he's taken. Are you with us, Dev? Yeah.
Om Shanti. I think what they didn't share in these exact words, but the feeling that I got is that, you know, it's like a love at the first sight. When souls meet, there is this, the energy, the vibration, the humility, whatever it is, they feel this belonging. And that was kind of what I got from the story, that by the act of coming and sitting down, that really made them feel, you know, I kind of belong here, even though they didn't know it was Brahma Kumaris. But that's a beautiful beginning, and how they journeyed from there. And also the safety and what was that? Safety and success is actually in the decisions made in Baba's remembrance. I think that's a very beautiful thing. Yeah. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Sister Bali.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.